you're doing right now. Try to get into
I know,
what you're doing right now.
Yeah. I mean, well, one of the things I'm actually really excited about is machine learning, artificial intelligence. The art that actually comes from that's been really interesting. Actually, both of those trajectories are very similar, right? Like they both had, at both times it was like, oh my gosh, we're doing it, and then it's like, oh no, never mind, this isn't so great. And then they kind of waited until, with AI it was like, oh wait, it's not binary, it's not about logic, it's about the nuances between the two. It's about deep reinforcement, learning. It's probability, and it's all these other things that we haven't thought. We have to teach these things. We need to learn how to learn, basically. And so suddenly you get this resurgence of AI and machine learning, and like it's starting. And I'm not an engineer, but I mean it's doing good, and then you have VR, which basically did the same thing, where it's like we did it, oh gosh, no, and then it was, well, what if we thought about our phones have all the pieces in them that can make VR happen? Why don't we just use our phones? And suddenly you have Oculus, you have Daydream, you have the Samsung Gear, you have HTC Vive, and suddenly everything is using this kind of technology we've always had in our pockets. So it's not shocking that the art that comes from systems that are machine learning based or AI based, it's not shocking that that's the stuff that we actually can use in VR to help better understand how we perceive the world and how we can push that. So I'm actually trying to combine those things a little bit, working with those folks to see what we can do.
Talk a little bit about the creative process. So pick, like maybe the Montreal Canadian example or another example. Talk about some of the challenges and things that you had to learn, say, on the job, because there was no playbook on how to do VR.
No. I'm trying to make that happen, but it's fun to think about that. I think the biggest thing is the language needs to shift. As a filmmaker, a lot of what I do is wired into me in a certain way, and I've been filled with anxiety more than usual because putting the rig somewhere specific, putting the, understanding that VR loves mess, not something that's clean. So all those Kubrick shots I've been falling in love with don't actually resonate in VR the way that I would think. The height of the rig matters, like how high something is. The biggest thing has really been the change in language from frame to worlds, right? We capture worlds. It's a combination of the worlds that I create, but also I have to understand how someone's going to engage with that world, because that's just as much a part of how successful experience is than what I think is successful.
So in filmmaking, you shoot a part, and then you take a look at it and say, okay, it's a wrap, I've got it, it's good.
Yeah.
And now you're creating an experience that has to go a little bit longer. And I'm not sure you would know what it looks like until it's done.
No.
How do you do that?
Right. It really is. I mean, it's you. Like I said, even if you did know it, for me, it's harder just because I have to learn to trust that. And I haven't gotten there yet, where I trust the instincts that I have as a VR creator to do the things that I know will probably work. So no, will probably work. That's a weird way to say that. But I think it's mostly just I've been blessed, I would say, by the people that I work with, because they built the technology. And so for me, I'm able to test a lot of the technology and film a lot of stuff, and I don't go in with any presumptions. I basically film things and I'm like, VR, tell me what's working here, what feels good. And then I'm able to take those insights and then apply them to things like the Montreal Canadian piece, or something like World Tour, or Resonance, or whoever, or whatever else I go.
So what's your favorite piece you've done so far? All of your babies.
Gosh, it's like choosing your favorite child. I love them each because they're each unique.
You're learning each one.
I think actually there's one particular scene in the Montreal Canadian piece that I think was, to me, so far has been the crux of my work, which has been, there's a shot where people are looking at, I would predict, I can't be sure, that people are engaging with the torches being passed in a scene on the ice. And then it basically goes from that to a world that where a disgruntled fan is basically looking at you like all disgusted, like, what are you? What he's really doing is looking at the rig, being like, why is that rig there? Like he's not actually looking at you the person. He's looking at the rig, being like, what the heck is that thing? And that's been, embracing this idea that the rig is a person, and that's a huge responsibility for filmmakers that are used to strapping it on cars, putting it in precarious situations, flying it on drones, because that's what we do to try to externalize something that's very internal, but now we have the internalization and the externalization in the same spot. And like that is a big thing, and that is a huge thing to discover and explore and use as part of the craft. So that was that moment where I'm like, and people love that scene, even though I was told by certain people to take it out.
You kept it and they loved it.
Yeah, they do. They do. Yeah.
I think we're done.
I know.
It was 10
Right,
minutes.
really,
We could have
yeah.
talked hours.
I know.
I just spent really one of the greatest hours I've had in the back talking with you just about VR, and I just think I want to thank her for being late this time. So, and thank you all.